Okay, we're going to look at some applications of exponents that take a bit further than grade 10 and are a little bit more challenging. People find them pretty tricky, but they break down into two parts. It's all about simplifying powers with numerical bases. So there's numbers for bases, and we got questions like this, and in the Google Classroom we have questions like this, and I call them exam type questions because they give them exams. Let's look at the first one. The first one is the multiplication and division of powers with numerical bases. That means there's no plus or minus in here. So what do? Here's an example of a question, and let's just do it. Let's just do it. We'll go through it really carefully, and then you can try some of the questions in the exercise. But I think you might want to look at this one and then look at the addition one and see how they're different. But anyways, here we go. 4. The whole key thing to get started is instead of writing 4, write it as a power of prime numbers, 2 squared. Write this 9 as 3 squared. Look, they put a bracket around it. Write the 72 as 9 times 8. That's 3 squared times 2 cubed. If you go 72 and go shift factor in your calculator, it'll write this out for you. Okay, that's our first start. Now we apply this law of when you put a power to a power, you multiply. 2 times n is 2n. 2 times 2 is 4. 2 times n is 2n. 2 times minus 2 is minus 2. 2 times n, 3 times n. So we just multiplied those out. Now what you do is you multiply the things that have the same base. You put them together. So it's 2, and you go 3n plus 1 plus minus n. So they're doing it really carefully here. So this becomes 3n minus n is 2 to the 2n plus 1. We haven't done it. Now we're ready to subtract. We take the top and we subtract the bottom. And put a bracket around it. Remember, you have to subtract both things. So 2n minus 2n, well, that's just going to give you 0. But 4 minus 1, that's how they get 3 here. But we have to be careful if you have a negative in the bottom. When you subtract, it's going to be a positive. So 2n minus 1 divided by 3. When you divide two things at the same base, you subtract their exponents. So 2n minus 2, and then you minus 2n. Well, 2n minus 2n is 0. You just have minus 2. Well, all of this, 2n minus 2n is 0. 4 minus 1 is 3. So there's your answer, 2 cubed times 3 to the minus 2. But then you got to remember, oh yeah, if it's negative, it goes to the bottom and becomes positive. Well, 2 cubed is 8, and 3 squared is 9. So you've got, this is the example from our notes. And so we added exponents that had the like same base. We did that right here in the bottom when we had 2 to the 3n and 2 to the 1 minus n. We put that together. And then we subtract exponents that have like bases. So we're just applying the laws of exponents.